Bienvenidos, nerdos, a otro episodio de Entre Nerdos, a.k.a. Between Nerds. Este es mi conductor, Drew Elias, y mejor amigo, Jacob Mendeville. I'm Aldo Méndez, and felicidades a todos los hispanos por el mes de herencia hispana. Este es el último día, octubre 15, porque empieza en septiembre 15. But, now pushing the SAP button. Was that the SAP button?
Yeah.
Yeah, that changes the language. Now we're here Between Nerds for all of you English-picking nerds. Speaking nerds that watches. This is episode 114 of Between Nerds. Jacob hasn't been here since Fire Force, and that was
2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago in January. I remember that because you were like our first episode of January month.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are talking about a very peculiar pick, but since it is an anime work, we are willing to watch it, which opens the door to some things that I don't want to watch because they're also animated.
What?
Oh man, I was just going into this like rabbit hole. I can't tell you one of them, but there's a lot of like anime productions that did a lot of like commercials and stuff like that, or like.
But long enough to watch?
No. I'm just saying, yeah, long enough to watch also, but like I'm just saying, like anime is being used as marketing.
No,
for
I get it. So to allude to that, we're talking about Interstella 5555. The story of the 5ecret star system, a 2003 Toei animation production, which is composed of entirely the album Discovery by Daft Punk, which came out in 2001.
See, last episode I had asked you, is like, I saw the movie, and what I thought it was just the music videos, and then you're like, no, it's a whole full-length film. I'm like, yeah, I get it. But it's just the songs, right? He's like, no, dialogue and everything. I'm like,
I don't remember. I interpreted dialogue. I felt a certain way.
Well, I also did too, but I'm like, oh, so it's not a movie.
There's definitely no dialogue. The only other sound is just car noises for like a second.
For some reason, I thought it was closer to 90 minutes too. I don't know why I was thinking that. It's like 105 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was more feature length. Before we get into it, at the beginning of this episode, you guys still have time during the month of October to enter our monthly giveaway. So please subscribe on YouTube, and then make sure that your privacy settings on your YouTube account are made public so that we can verify you're a subscriber. Mm-hmm. And then if you comment on a video during the month of October, you can be entered to win our monthly giveaway, or you can leave a written review on your favorite podcast platform, and then email us at betweennerdspodcast@gmail.com letting us know that written review was you, and we'll get you some cool hand-picked nerd stuff.
Yes, we will. We have not cursed, if I'm not mistaken. It is minute 4. But yes, we talked about, what did we talk about last time? 86? No.
Yes. No, that was
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes, 0.
Jujutsu Kaisen will be up tonight for tomorrow.
So y'all are probably listening to this on Wednesday the 19th?
Yes.
If my math coincides. So then like by the 15th, the previous episode will have already been available.
Yes. Do we jump into it?
Yeah, we can jump right into it. So anyways, Jacob Mendeville, our favorite fire person.
What's going on?
Okay. Well, we'll start with you, Jacob.
All right.
What is Interstella 5555?
So, it's a pretty cool movie, I guess. It's a movie, you know?
Mm-hmm.
At first, I always just thought that they had a music video to One More Time, but that's how it starts. It's just a really cool movie on a music group, what they're trying to explain and what happens to the music group in a different world. And yeah, it's really cool little adventure, and you know, I finally had time to watch it and I liked it. It was really good.
And I feel like one of the reasons we were so excited to watch this is because we all, as you know, fun people, liked electronic music. You know what I'm saying? And Daft Punk, I mean, none other than your
the only French people I like.
Yeah, the only French people I think I like. Yeah, absolutely. Just seeing like One More Time, aerodynamic, something between, something about us. What is it? Harder, better,
faster, stronger.
Yes.
I like the album Discovery a lot. It's my favorite Daft Punk album, and I would be amiss if I were to not say that a lot of my introduction to Daft Punk in middle school was through Interstella 5555. That was when like YouTube was super lawless, and like you could even get higher quality versions of this movie back then. So then you go down that rabbit hole, and you know, 6th, 7th grade. That's when you stop listening to your parents' music, start getting your own like feel and your own like taste for music. So like Interstellar 5555 holds like a special place in my heart, and especially a lot of these songs, because like I even scared my dogs a little bit while watching. It's like I forgot. I didn't look up the track list or anything. I like forgot what songs were on this album.
I forgot how much I liked the album. When I started watching, I was like, oh yeah, I really like this album. It's so good.
This album, as opposed to a lot of Daft Punk's more recent stuff, has a lot of like actual like pop rock influences. A lot of guitar, lot of drums,
you know?
A lot of bass. It's funk. You know what I mean? Daft Punk is funky, obviously.
Yeah, it's dance music, and I maybe probably like 10 years ago, I picked up a Rolling Stones magazine on the anniversary, I believe, of the French duo, but I believe they were retired at the time. So I think the 3-page article, like front, back, and front, and then another one, it was just them like talking smack to Tiesto, to Afrojack, to a lot of like.
And where's Afrojack now?
Daft Punk was talking crap too, or the magazine?
No, Daft Punk. Daft Punk was like, I can't believe people that I met and that I really enjoyed their music like stopped making dance music. And if you think about it, I mean, if you guys know about techno music, Daft Punk, it's Daft Punk. It's like separating like Metallica from metal, or separating, you know, Michael Jackson from pop, separating
Daft Punk might have been one of the first like pop EDM outfits, and that's before we were even calling EDM. Yeah. It was just like techno or electronic music at the time. Like we didn't have like we could name a plethora of electronic genres the rest of the night if we really wanted to.
They're more iconic then because they already started like with the helmets and everything, and now that's what it is.
Their identity was like a secret for a very long time,
right? As opposed to like, well, I almost said like modern acts, but maybe not so modern anymore. That's where like got the mouse.
Dead Mouse?
That's where Dead Mouse got the idea for his head. And like a lot of acts like that. And like when I mean that Daft Punk is pop EDM, I mean as in popular, not necessarily like pop music in general. Like these songs were on the radio.
Yeah, I think because you don't have to just be an EDM like connoisseur. You don't have to just like EDM. You can just like music or pop or funk. Definitely funk. You can just be like, oh man, this is good.
This doesn't sound like that like that basement music.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. And I mean, I remember watching videos on MTV when there was videos on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Along like Red Hot Chili Peppers and stuff like that.
Yep.
And when I was a kid and I was watching this, I mean, you're a kid, you like cartoons, and then you listen to the song and you're looking at this blue aliens like
jamming.
What's the Zodiac anime? The Zodiac Warriors anime?
They're Smurfs.
Do you remember? Yeah, they're super Smurfs, bro.
I don't remember the one where like there's the guy with the red armor and the green armor.
Yes. It's just kind of our style.
So when we were talking or we were messaging each other about like when to watch it and stuff, what did you think, Aldo, when you first started watching it after it passed that first song? Because the first song is what everybody knows is One More Time.
Correct.
I thought that was just the animation just for that music video, but then obviously it's not. But what did you think once it started getting past that song?
It's literally called Knights of the Zodiac.
Knights of the Zodiac. There you go. Caballeros del Zodiaco. I know them in Spanish. But yeah, like it just reminds me of that art style. And to your point, Jacob, I was looking at this because I remember when I used to watch it, and I used to look for this in YouTube, I only looked at my favorite songs, which was One More Time, Something About Us, Face to Face, Aerodynamic, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and Voyeur. Like, those were my favorite songs. So when I looked at these videos on YouTube and I was just looking at the videos, I could never really... I knew what was happening.
You didn't piece the story
but
together?
I couldn't really piece it together as better as watching the entire film. Because out of fucking nowhere, this fucking Dio Brando dude shows up to the fucking other dimension where this big Smurfs
Well,
are
everybody's
playing.
having a big party,
Yeah,
and
everybody's
even the
having a good
security guards are like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
this is tight."
Fuck yeah. And then he just gets there, like, abducts the band and goes through this
Time portal.
super Acura-esque
Light.
hospital scene where
Yeah.
where they press them and they
Oh,
change
yeah, that
their
was cool.
clothes.
It's a really like anti-capitalist message. It's really like, so you just have like this native planet of blue people
Yeah.
jamming
Just
to fun.
jamming,
To fun
everybody's
just,
loving it.
Just jamming to, was it one more time? To one more time, and out of nowhere the capitalists come down and turn them into the fucking Beatles. And then,
And you can see their expression to the band's just
Yeah.
a robot. They're
Uh-huh.
they're just mindless and just doing what they're told
Yeah.
and making music and
It's just a
that's it
movie
for
about
while.
it's just a movie about escaping like Suge Knight and Death Row.
it reminded me a
Records.
lot of the Beatles. The outfits they're wearing when they are mind controlled and after their little transformation. The most egregious thing possible that happens to them is they go from being blue to being turned into white people.
Yeah, so in that area they like take away their little star and then put
They
glasses
took
on
away
them
their
like a
culture,
soul.
Jacob.
Yeah, their culture, but then they just start shooting them with
White people.
white
sucks.
people paint.
White
It's
people's
weird,
skin.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they just start going out and being popular, and the people, I guess, in this universe and the world
we're
start
back
loving
in
them.
Earth. We're
Yeah.
back in
Yeah,
Earth.
yeah. They transport them to a different
Yeah.
universe on Earth. That's when they do it.
I like that you bring it up, and I feel like it's early to say, but like it's already, like it makes it more interesting for you guys to know at this point. But they're not extraterrestrials. It's a parallel dimension that they steal these people from.
Okay, I was thinking different, but that makes sense if
Because
you
it
go
wa-
through that little wormhole.
Because if one of the montages, when they're looking through the books and stuff like that, it shows a like the same image of a different universe and how they cross that. So it's an interdimensional like beings.
Interstella.
Yeah, which makes it fucking crazy.
Yes. Yep.
But like their outfits after they're transformed look super like after the Beatles sold out. The pointy colored sunglasses, the colorful clothes with the jackets.
Like when they get turned into humans.
Yeah, when they get turned
what he's
when
talking
the guys in Interstella, when the band in Interstella gets turned into white people,
What was the band act they called them in
the
the
crescendos.
That's what they used. Yeah.
Crescendos.
It's one of the songs too.
Oh.
Crescendos is one of the songs. And
Yeah.
and I remember the one I remember the most is Digital Love, which is like literally the third song.
Oh, okay. So go back. So while they're getting captured by these dudes, they're in space, and then the security guard that didn't do his job sends out a signal to a Guitar Hero spaceship dude, and this dude at the same time's in love with the main singer or the girl of
The
the band,
guitarist, yeah.
the guitarist.
Speak louder a little bit more.
Oh yeah, so he's like in love with them.
Her.
My
Him,
bad. Her,
whatever.
him, yeah, whatever.
Oh,
cares?
you're right. I forgot about that dude.
Yeah, he's just in his own spaceship.
Yeah.
Like, imagine his time with her, and then he gets a call to go save him.
His name
and
is
that's
Shep.
when he travels with them and tries to stop the bad guys, and then he gets thrown into the universe as well.
So did they share a dream together? Is that where the connection happened?
His dream was before, right? So
Correct.
we'll put a point on that. We'll get to that later.
Put a pin in,
Yeah.
in wet dreams.
Yeah.
Put a pin in wet dreams.
So
Okay.
yeah. So they're in our world now, I guess you could say. They get famous, and he's just like a homeless guy, a blue homeless
A
guy
blue
out
homeless
here.
guy.
Yeah, he didn't change colors. He didn't get captured.
Mm-hmm.
And then after they get famous and it starts slowing down, I don't remember what was the next thing.
They just get like kidnapped. He gets shot after like he tries to break them out.
Right? Oh.
Well, I think one important part about like after they get back to Earth, like I said, is like it's just like artists like escaping Suge Knight from Death Row Records.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
that's the story
Because
at the beginning.
yeah, but like I'm just want to point out the fact that these people are being enslaved. Like
They're getting pimped for sure. They're getting pimped
They're
out.
like super like they're in mind control. They're like there's this montage where they're just like signing autographs like
Dude,
and they don't want to,
Dude,
and they make them do
do
it
Do
you
you think
again.
the vampire raped the girl?
I,
There's like a really
There's
ambiguous scene.
infatuation, yeah.
Well, no, there's an ambiguous scene that's kind of left open where like the rest of the band gets like the mind control gets broken. They run away. Only the girl's left, and she's got to go to a music awards show with the vampire capitalist overlord that's like enslaving them. and he picks out a dress for her to wear.
Yeah.
And
The turquoise dress?
The turquoise dress. But the scene of her getting dressed is her zombie mode, looking in the mirror, looking at the, like, putting the dress on, and then in the background, out of the foreground, he comes out, like, buttoning up his shirt, putting his jacket back on, like he just, like, bucked or something.
Oh, dang.
I
I
don't
didn't
probably
really
missed
recognize that. Yeah.
I don't know if that's
Maybe.
explicit, but they at least left the door open to be like, she might be a victim.
mean,
Maybe.
Dude.
Yeah, so at the...
He's a cultist, dude. I'm sure he fucked previous artists, too.
Isn't that what happened to Madonna?
I'm sure it happened to a lot of people. I mean, I've heard on this what is the hip hop interview show?
106 in
with
Park.
Swale. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Swale in the morning.
Swale in the morning? Is
I
that
don't
what
know
it
what
is?
it's called, but yeah.
Sway in the morning.
Is it Sway?
Sway? I don't know.
You know, you hear a lot of these rappers being like, back then, I mean, if you didn't want to sign the record, like, they'll do some shit to you, and you sign the record next morning.
I was at Ross today, and they're selling Death Row record hoodies.
Should have got one.
On God, like I'm not even lying, bro. I was like, Jesus, somebody born in the year 2010 is gonna buy this and not know what they're wearing.
And the collaboration between our Japanese director, which was Leiji Matsumoto. I mean, I'm sure the Daft Punk, being a music artist, I'm sure they wanted to make this movie just to put out that message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense
Fuck,
too. That
their
they
second
saw...
album, they were like, "Fuck the capitalist
Yeah,
overlords at the record
exactly.
label."
Yeah, because when the group tried to, or when the group got
When the
crescendos got it saved, I guess, by the Guitar Hero dude.
Shep.
It was at a award ceremony, right?
No, it was at a concert. It was
Was that a concert?
It was an outdoor
Oh
concert.
yeah,
venue.
the word ceremonies at the end, almost. At
There
the
you go.
end.
Okay, so it was at the concert.
He like parachutes down.
Yeah, they dip out, but the girl gets stuck
He
behind,
jetpacks.
and they dip out in the bang bus, and they just keep going.
and he
into
gets
the
shot in the
forest.
bang.
They get shot in the bang bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, and then from there
I bet a lot of people
they're still
got
trying
shot
to
in the bang
figure
bus.
out.
But
They're still
but
trying to figure out how to get her back, right?
Yeah, they don't.
Okay.
Yeah, because they don't save the girl because they're about when they're gonna like
He like
beam her.
He like stops.
Yeah,
He's
the
like, "Oh."
fucking Dio Brando's dad like jumps in and he's like, no.
Dio Brando's like the most famous like vampire in shonen anime.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool,
Is that-
cool,
is
cool.
that-
Yeah, he's from JoJo's Bizarre
Oh,
Adventure.
And
Because you keep saying it, Jacob doesn't know who Dio Brando
yeah, but
is.
they know.
Okay, but him
You
It's
pointed
okay.
it out. I got it.
Yeah,
I got
you
it.
got
It's a
it.
vampire.
It's a vampire.
in this dream, I'm dancing right beside.
There's some good music.
It's the best. Like,
good.
literally when Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger comes on,
First
like
song.
I freak out. I was literally like, I forgot that this was on, like that. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is such like a part of the cultural mainstay now.
Dun, dun, dun,
it feels
dun, dun,
older.
dun, dun.
It feels
Yeah.
older than 2003.
Yeah, that's why I looked at the date when the YouTube video, the whole movie. I was like, what? It seems older than this. Like, it
Oh, it
didn't-
was only updated like
Yeah.
3 years ago or something.
So once they get away, they're still trying to get her back, and then
This fool's just dying in like a homeless shelter.
no, not yet. They get her back when? When do they go
At the
back
award
for her?
show.
Yeah, the award
So
show.
there's
At
an
the award
award show, and
Yeah.
Daft Punk makes an appearance
Yeah.
at that one. That one's pretty cool.
yeah, at the award show.
the golden record.
Yeah, it's like like any award
It's like
show.
they're making fun of the Grammys.
Yeah.
They're making fun of the Grammys because that's why she's wearing the turquoise dress. That's why she shows up with the record producer, and then like they kind of like sneak her like through the back of the facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beryl, the drummer, like beams her from like the
He
audience.
was wearing a costume.
Yeah.
He's ugly. Honestly, I don't like the character designs in this like at all. It's such
Well-
like 2003 like 90s ugly Toei animation. They look like Dragon Ball characters.
They remind me
yeah,
of
they
the
do.
They look like
The,
Dragon
the
Ball
characters in
NPCs.
in the out screen and everything was
Yeah.
exactly what you
They
say.
remind me
They
of
look like
Voltron.
funky
They
looking.
remind me of Voltron crew.
I never saw the original Voltron.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Voltron crew.
I never
sure.
saw the original Voltron, but that's really interesting.
So they get in a fight, and that's when the Guitar Hero dude gets shot.
Well, he got shot when they escaped the concert
Right,
when they
that-
left the girl.
No, it was.
No, he's right. Yeah.
No, he got shot then, and that's why the little drummer is the one that had to break out the girl from the award show.
So that's when she sees him.
They take her from the award show to the slums, and then this fool's just all dying.
Yeah,
so
since storage unit.
Yeah.
He's just in the back, just died.
Oh, not like dirty ass matches.
Yeah, he's just dying over here, and then
Something About Us too.
The girl and him
that's
touch.
the song.
That's Something About Us.
Dude,
That's the one.
Something About Us, bro. I've been talking about this song forever. Whenever Between Nerds has its own building, Something About Us is gonna be on the elevator music.
Something About Nerds.
Something About Us, nerds. But yeah, dude, amazing song.
So that's when they touch. But I think it was just him generating his feeling, like how much he cared about.
And
like,
then,
look what I did for you.
And then is that when they share like the dream?
Yeah.
Because she holds his hand, and
I think she feels it and understands, like, oh, this guy,
dude loved
he
me.
loved me.
Now
We
he's
could have
dying.
lived a life.
Peace.
I'll see you later.
Yeah.
The wiki might be making this up because this is how the wiki lists it. Beryl is concealed in the audience and frees Stella with the beam, and they make their escape with Octave's help. High Life plays. The band returns to Shep, who reveals their true identities before he dies. Something About Us plays. So the wiki's trying to say that it's not like his imagination, that it's actually like an actual memory, and that's how he's reintroducing.
So that's what I was thinking. Was that dude's Stella's boyfriend?
That's kind of how it seems.
That's
And
what I
honestly,
thought.
Shep looks a lot like the other drummer, Arpeggios.
Correct.
Like they look like they have the exact same hair. They're the exact same height. They could basically be twins. Mm-hmm. So like it's not explicit. Like it's left open for interpretation on purpose. So it doesn't even matter if we're right or wrong. But
I think he never. In my thing, I think he was just obsessed. Like, oh, I love this
he had
band.
posters of her everywhere.
And never got to meet him, but when he got a chance, and he's like, "Oh my God, you're the girl of my dreams," and that's how I saw
Hey,
it.
that point right there, dude. We've seen
Not a bad
many.
point.
We've seen many like stalker tropes in anime.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that's
Honestly, there's a lot of anime about how corrupt just the media industry is in general. Like a lot of anime, and which I don't care one way or the other. I just think it's really interesting that comes up a lot. But I guess what the wiki's saying, or how I interpreted it, is that like Shep and Arpeggios are brothers, and Shep was dating Stella. So, like, as a reintroduction to her memories, he's like, here, I'm going to show you our past, and then he's showing their memories together. Either one's right.
Yeah,
you might as well be right. Like, yeah, that's how I've always interpreted
and then they
it.
take off. They all get in the bang bus, and they go somewhere to go bury him, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that
Is it the
one.
same song?
It's like
It's the next song.
It's
It's
like
the
a
next song.
it's like a 2-day body. The 2-day body.
in the bang bus.
In the
It's
bang
just,
bus.
yeah, they show a screen real quick of him just decaying in the back. I'm like, oh man, okay,
So yellow. He's no
Yeah,
longer blue or
he's
anything
just
like that.
dead.
And yeah, they bury him, and it's like this whole like Zelda-ish like burial, and like the ground starts like.
Yeah, like Zelda. Okay,
You know what song I didn't
That's
like?
Voyager.
Well, the one song that got me off of it, and it was probably because of the imagery. It was the song during the montage of them like going around the world and becoming famous.
Oh, that's.
I think that was all right. It wasn't great.
Superheroes? No, that's Crescendos. That's Crescendo.
Crescendos, yeah,
I think that was
is-
all right.
I thought that was alright.
Honestly,
Greatest.
I disliked the second half a lot more than the first half.
Yeah, I agree on that part.
Like, I
think-
don't hate the second half.
I think the
but, like,
montage of the vampire situation, that one was pretty bad. The music didn't go very well.
That's
that one.
Virtus Quo.
I mean, the second half for me was pretty good because I mean it has like the most of my favorite songs, which is Something About His Boyer, Face to Face, and
But like,
Too Long.
bro, the first like 5. One more
yeah,
time.
yeah, I know.
Aerodynamic. The guitar and aerodynamic.
it's so
I
good.
forgot what the guitar was like in this. Digital Love, my favorite. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, the biggest hit off the album, and then Crescendos, which is like more guitar. Like it just rips for like the first 30 minutes.
I guess just the imagery just made me hate it because I'm like, oh
I
no,
get that,
Oh
yeah.
no, my alien friends are being slaves.
I absolutely could not. Like I hated the story that the Dio Brando character is actually a cult leader.
I know.
And they go to his evil mansion and realize that he's been like
Alive for so long, he's been mortal.
So hold on, go back. When she dressed in that dress for the turquoise dress, he dropped something out of his pocket. And it was like a card.
That key to the castle.
Yeah, it was a card or something, but it said Darkwood, something Darkwood.
That's his name.
And when they were driving away after burying him, that's when they saw a sign to the direction of Darkwood.
It's a
Darkwood Manor.
Darkwood Manor. Yeah. So they ended up going there,
Scooby-Doo, bro.
and then it turned into Scooby-Doo. Yeah. So they just went, and then it's just a creepy castle. Like, where do we go?
But like what Aldo was saying is like he's immortal. He raised like Beethoven.
Yeah, it shows his
Mozart.
history of all that stuff.
He's just grooming
there's
several generations.
A Jimi Hendrix character. There's like a Celia Cruz character.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's
grooming.
Yeah.
He's just grooming all these children.
It's just him getting power from the CDs, the albums or whatever. Like what's happening?
Memory disc.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely fucking crazy. And something that we forgot to mention, while they were being converted into white people or Mormons, if you like,
there was one black guy.
There was one black guy, but they did turn black guy. But there's this spot where, for some reason, that Darkwood
Manor.
Cult
character.
Cult. Yeah, it was a cult.
Not only did they kidnap this interdimensional beings from their planet, but they also like videotaped like one of their shows, that one that was playing in the beginning, and then they switched it for them to remember as always being humans and always being plain.
They switched their memories, right?
Correct.
They switched their memories to not being blue to being humans.
And one of the big part about like the memory recovery was seeing their old show as humans, and they were like, that's not us, that's not fucking us, that cannot be us. Because they were like, to me at least, it seems like for at least 2 songs there was like this thing of like, I don't believe we're extraterrestrials, I don't know what to believe kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It took them a while to
actually like do the heist.
And that's how they show like the rest of the world their true identities. They just start playing the original of their One More Time concert, and where they're blue. And they're like both being real with themselves, but like they're kind of nervous, or at least that's how it feels, that their giant fan base, because they're essentially the Beatles, are gonna like reject them. But then like the people of our dimension's Earth like throw them a big party, crescendos, like they're super happy.
Everybody
for them.
around the world loves them, just as much as their universe loved them.
Exactly.
And then, dude. And then it was like this kind of like melancholic like moment where to me it felt like a time, like a passage of time montage where the humans like learn about them, and not only that, they pick up the evil guys, all this research and all that stuff, and it seems like they're learning to get them back home.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. So that's when they, after the cult deal, when they find out they defeat him or whatever, they throw him into the stinky pit or whatever it was.
The little crack.
That's when they go to the record deal person, and they show him the true identity.
Their agent was a pretty good guy.
The agent was a good guy.
What is up with this? That can't be right. That can't be right.
Yeah, and then that's when the news breaks that they're aliens or they're different worlds, and then they're just raising money. And
so if Suge Knight is the head of the record label, the agent falls far from that. So the agent never knew they were like kidnapped.
Yeah, he was like, "Whoa, you guys are aliens! I didn't know." I'm sorry, everybody.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get you into the next guitar playing to your world.
So they build them their own guitar playing, and then
do they build it, or do they just steal it back?
Well, no, they just figured out a way how to get the guitar ship to their
But it's
world.
the same guitar ship.
That's it's the same guitar
one?
ship.
Okay,
right. But they get it to they finally figure everything, and everybody around the world's excited, super pumped, and they start blasting off.
The kids commit blueface.
They do. True.
They do. I noticed it.
Yeah, right up in the crowd, huh?
Yeah, like right in the middle, like little kids.
You see them like not perfect, but it's just there.
Just start bopping little kids. Get out of here, damn bigot.
They're probably on their way home. It's like, did you see those kids on the roof? Like, yeah, I didn't want to say anything. They got us like, oh.
Yeah, so they dip out, and then on the way, the whole spirit of the cult meets them at the same time of the dimension, and then the guy who is the hero, whatever his name is.
Yeah, the boyfriend, the
Shep.
stalker.
Shep
Shep.
meets in his spiritual being to beat him up too. It's
Yeah,
weird.
it was very
It's
Sailor
a little
Moon-y.
weird.
I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked it because
I haven't seen Sailor Moon in like 25
It's
years.
weird.
I don't even know.
it just almost felt like killing off the bad guy. 4 songs before the actual ending of this movie, and that's the only way to put it in this terms of the Interstellar 5555. Which 5555 actually, I don't know if you saw, but it means the story of the secret star system.
I said that.
Oh, did you say it?
Yeah,
Did you
while
say
sitting
it?
right here.
Oh, okay.
About 30 minutes ago.
Cool.
On
I don't
mic.
remember. But what was I saying?
Sailor Moon.
I didn't like
Yeah.
where they put Face to Face. I think that's the one that they missed like a lot, because Face to Face was actually a big song off the album, but the actual music video for it's pretty mid, because it's just
That's when they're helping them.
When did
yeah,
they-
that,
when did
that's
they
them
put it on?
developing the technologies to like put them back out.
Oh, okay.
And I thought it didn't fit at all.
Well, I thought
That's
it was.
what I'm saying. Some of them just didn't fit at the end. I think.
I thought it was face to face, like with human and them. That's what I thought. It fit pretty good. It was fitting pretty good.
I think it's funny that this side of the table is agreeing. And,
Well,
but like it's not bad. It's not bad.
well,
like,
they finally get to their dimension again, right?
Mm.
But they're having the same party as our dimension's having a party for
and
them getting there.
and they're all playing too long.
They're all playing a song and they're all with it.
Too
They're all about it. The whole
long.
world. It's cool.
Got that
And what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like the
Too
coming back
long.
of like the antagonist, like during the like wormhole like scene, and then this dude being like, "I got you," and then just coming back. I don't know. I thought it was cool. I thought it was like super anime about it. Of it.
I just think Too Long's like a really bad song to end on, because Too Long makes it seem like there's gonna be something more. It's like
I
Too
thought they were gonna
Long,
loop it back to one more time.
That would have been cool.
I thought that's.
Just-
I mean, okay,
Just
they're gonna
finish it with
reunite.
one more time.
Yeah, I thought they were
Okay,
gonna-
we're back on our home planet. One
Yeah.
more time. Let's go.
Yeah, I thought that's. Oh, they're gonna end it like this.
That would have been a great ending. That would have been a great ending.
Toei Animation hired Jacob
Hey,
Mendeville
what's
to be your next film producer.
But I do have a couple of like fun facts here. It says the football match that was playing on the TV in one of the frames. Did you guys
Soccer.
remember that? Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and when they were doing the heist.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
There is a French team and a Japanese plane. The Japanese team playing, and the score is 2-1, meaning that collaboration between the two French voices artists for Daft Punk and Leiji Matsumoto, the director.
Oh, there's like a really weird like 1960s recording of a really old Japanese man in the
At
beginning.
the very beginning.
At the very beginning,
Yeah.
and
That
I
was
don't
weird.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
I thought it was the production thing, like it was gonna say production of, but it just jumped into the movie, so it was weird.
I have
Do we know
no
anything
idea.
about that?
I have no idea what that is. And honestly, I thought the YouTube link was tripping. So like, I even went this far.
Yeah, me
as
too.
to-
I stopped it and went back. Like, what is this?
Well, I signed up for a Roku like trial just because through official means,
Uh-huh.
and that's really how it is. Like at least this one had subtitles, but
So,
like he's just talking
if
crazy.
anybody could comment on it, I would love to know what that beginning is of that video of just a Japanese man talking.
yeah.
It's
Super
weird.
old black and white recording
Yeah.
of an old Japanese man.
Oh, and the Darkwood's backstory, the aliens that he captures are Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Jimi Hendrix, Ella Fitzgerald, Janis Joplin, and
Oh
Jimmy
no,
Page.
Janis Joplin, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go into the concert at the beginning. They just start blasting with stinky, just gas, just all this gas. They have gas masks, and then it gets
And like
crazy.
one of the security guards for Mr. Darkwood is Steven Seagal.
Dude,
Oh,
I was
shut
thinking
up.
the same thing. I'm like, that's Steven Seagal.
That's
Look at that
fucking
guy.
Steven Seagal, bro.
I was hoping you would catch on
Yeah,
that one. I'm
yeah.
like, they have to know.
Yeah, I knew.
I didn't know
It's
this.
Steven Seagal, man.
Seagal.
The budget was $4 million.
With
Four-
Steven Seagal in it.
Yeah,
$4 million.
yeah, I think it was probably like 13 million, right?
$4 million?
$4 million.
$4 million?
I
That's
could've-
cheap, though.
That's cheap for like
That's cheap.
hand-drawn animation. That's
Yeah.
really
How long
cheap.
did it take them? Does it say?
Nope, doesn't say. Don't yell at me.
All right.
All right, don't yell at me,
All
Jacob.
right. Yeah,
Crazy.
I thought the whole thing was, I guess, Daft Punk's way of showing, not really telling anything, but of showing of how crazy the music industry can be. You know, just very controlling and just pimping out.
Suge
And
Knight
so
is in prison.
yeah, yeah,
And now Snoop Dogg is head of Death Row.
and he has his own wine.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Snoop Dogg bought back his masters too. It's like a really big deal that he's like the head of Death Row and owns his own masters now.
That's right.
Because like Snoop Dogg was
bought back.
essentially exploited by Death Row Records for like
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah, and then like the whole thing about like getting really good artists and then killing them off and getting really good artists and killing them off. Also, a shout out to Warner Brothers Records.
What did they do?
I mean, just it's a conspiracy theory about like Hendrix and
Like the
Michael
27
Jackson's
Club,
and
right?
Michael Jackson's
Warner
death.
Brothers killed them.
Wow.
Like
about-
as soon as they got some sort of part of royalties on the artist, they left. They left the earth. But that's up to you. That's up to your.
So Michael Jackson didn't overdose.
Yeah. Fentanyl by a doctor, and then also Prince. Fentanyl by a doctor. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Guess we
know.
won't know.
Anyways, I love Discovery a lot. I like Daft Punk a lot.
I do too.
I'm glad Jacob was here. Do you have any other points about Interstella 5555?
I would like to watch it again.
Yeah.
Not right away, but definitely take my time.
Not right now.
Yeah, not right away. I just watched it, but little things. I guess when they're looking at the end of the record and realizing what's happening, the bigger picture of stuff. There was a lot of little details that I didn't really catch that I know meant a lot to whatever the story is trying to tell. So just something like that, like with the record or the book that they found that says 555, all that little thing. It would be cool to stop and frame it and like read what that little thing has or what's going on in that scene.
And before we forget, like the actual movie ends up with in a room of a human boy, of an Earth boy,
that's
who is playing the actual Discovery record of Daft Punk.
His
Oh,
parents-
that's
his
right. I
Parents
totally
are like
forgot
telling
about
him the
that.
story.
And he's playing with his toys.
No, the
Oh,
record's
yeah.
playing and he's playing with the characters
It's like puppets,
of
right?
the,
Like
Yeah.
little toys.
Yeah,
He's
the
playing with
plush
his toys,
dolls.
and then the parents put him to sleep.
but the record's playing.
yeah,
And it zooms out of him asleep with the puppets of this
yeah,
movie.
Toys,
Yeah.
toys.
It was all just a little kid's imagination.
yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
Nerd out.
nerd down. Say nerd down.
Nerd down.
Yeah.
Nerd down.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Nerd Down, where the nerds get down again. Drew Philip Elias, Aldo Mendeville, and
Alden Mandel.
Jacob
Mendes. Jacob Mendes. Is that you?
Jacob Mendeville, Aldo Smeldes. Jesus, we do have a comment that we received 2-3 weeks ago that we forgot to
Completely forgot about.
completely forgot to talk about during the Nerd Down last week.
I remember like 4 days later, I was like, "Fuck! Did we forget to talk about?" We even mentioned it at the beginning of the episode. Now we look stupid.
Yeah,
Now we're here looking stupid.
like the very last episode. So we will be discussing said comment.
Because the Nerd Down is for you nerds, for you guys to give our suggestions on TikTok, Twitter, all our social media tags at Between Nerds, YouTube Between Nerds. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Also, your suggestions. If you want to keep yourself anonymous, you can hit us up on our Gmail, which is betweennerdspodcast@gmail.com. I have it right here on my phone. But yes, we are going to read a comment on our Hunter x Hunter Is It a Perfect Shonen episode 109. That's when we talked about Greed Island.
Yes.
Greed Island. Mr. Rex Jorge Rodriguez.
I read
Right.
George. His name is George.
George, what did I say?
Jorge.
Oh, Spanish. It's Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month. Do you want me to read it?
Jacob, read this for me.
He doesn't want to read it.
He doesn't want to read
He
it.
doesn't want to read
Okay,
it.
but you have to use the nerdiest voice possible.
Okay.
He already has it, dude. He's good to go.
The whole Green Island was not made for Gon. It was made by Jin and his friends to test out the net and really stretch out its limits. Like other games, players level up as they go because they train and clear the quest. And it needs thinking, energy, and force to accomplish. That will train you. I'm putting like random commas. Just,
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
you had it.
It create a notion that this Great Island thing was forgone when it's not. Great Island was made before Gone was made. LOL. If you guys know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink. He knows about sex. This nerd. Jin, in respect, wants to train Gon in this game, but what Jin wanted and just a small part of the Greed Island creators really want.
Did you understand
The
any of
last
that,
part,
Jacob?
I think he was having a stroke at the end. And he was just like,
He got nervous while typing.
He's like, I just told him about sex. Anyways,
What's
No
funny
idea.
is he's got like some fake little fuckboy picture for his like little YouTube Abby too.
oh, well, they're nerds, dude. Oh. Hey Rex, thank you for the comment, but it's not just your comment. We're gonna read everybody's comment like this.
So is he
But,
hating on you guys? I don't know what's happening.
He is trying to mansplain or nerd-splain to us
Of
what
your last
what
episode?
he thinks of the anime.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we do here. Me and Drew came to the conclusion that this Great Island was made for Gon, created by his father Jin.
VNA came to that same conclusion.
Yeah. And the only reason is because there's a designated ending just for him, not for every other motherfucker that goes through Great Island. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So we use language like Jin made the island for Gon, like in there. So that this nerd is just saying like, well, he wasn't.
Well,
Now, it
actually-
was just for fun.
Well, actually, you know what I mean? This is like nerds. We get this all the time. Well, there was one. So
These guys are interacting with the stuff at least.
We
right?
are.
No,
we
no,
read
and like I
everything.
said,
So,
we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
hating. It's just that this is a nerd podcast, and nerds want to act like nerds. We're gonna treat them like nerds.
All right. All right.
Like I think the worst one we ever got was the Mashuko Tensei episode.
Oh, that was wild.
It's my favorite isekai series, and I have like 3 volumes of the light novel series, and like that's our most commented on video, and the likes are only at like 50%. And all we did was talk up Mashuko Tensei. All we did was say how much we loved it, how great it was, how entertaining it is, how well like written, directed, animated it is, but just getting like minute details wrong, we just got like roasted in our own comment section.
Good. I'm glad you guys
Well,
did.
actually, he was a saint tier, not a god tier. And actually, it was the sword god style. It wasn't whatever made up bullshit you were talking about.
Like we know, bro, but like we don't have the time to remember these things or watch it enough times to actually like remember these fucking things, you know.
Yeah.
But we liked it, and they're still mad.
Still
And-
mad. You can't please nerds.
No.
They can't please anybody either.
But what are we watching next week?
Next week, we are watching.
watching?
I've been flip-flopping a lot. During the last recording, I listened
Let
to
me
it
pick.
yesterday.
Give me two choices.
Well, okay, so for a while now, we were saying that we were going to watch the Cyberpunk anime.
And maybe
10-episode anime original, created by Studio Trigger. It's probably going to be anime of the year. It's number 1. Number 2, I brought it up last week during the Nerd Down that I was considering for it. The next episode would be the last episode coming out in the month of October, so I want to do something a little bit like Halloween themed. A vampire romantic comedy like anime came out last season. It's called Call of the Night, and I was considering throwing that in there. Me and Aldo both really want to watch one of our favorite anime we watched last year, which is season 2 of Made in Abyss, which is like a really adult, mature themed fantasy
Oyster
setting.
babies.
Yeah, it's ugly. No, like mass
ugly.
mass
Like-
abortions. Like it's very very gory. It's super like child abuse everywhere, slavery, all for fun little magic items. Like it's evil. It's evil. It's evil. And so those are your 3 options: Cyberpunk, Call of the Night, or Made in Abyss season 2.
I'm gonna say stick with the Halloween theme and go with the vampire theme.
There's a
dude.
vampire. I
You wanna
like
do
it.
Call of the Night?
I like it. I'm
Okay,
digging
we
it.
can do Call of the Night.
Okay.
I'm never gonna get to watch Cyberpunk.
I'm
never-
sorry, Drew.
Well, honestly, I only bring that up because we joke about it all the time. There's just not enough weeks in a year, bro. Like 52 weeks in a year is, if anything, is not enough to watch all
That's
the
just
anime we
52
want to
animes
watch.
a year.
How long is a cyberpunk?
10 episodes.
10 episodes.
Call of the Night's 13 episodes.
Cyberpunk, the following one.
Okay.
Set.
Okay.
Done.
Whoa. All right.
Done.
All right. We did it. Done.
What else have we done this week?
What else have we done this week? I am almost done with Volume 8 of Mushoku Tensei. Rudy's gray rat is suffering from erectile dysfunction.
No way.
And he is at. I swear to God, the plot of Volume 8 is Rudy's gray rat is suffering from ED, and it goes to Magic Academy to try to fix his dick.
Dude, they better make a whole novel of that.
That is the plot to Volume 8.
It's like the one thing. Like when the one goes limp and then they get it back up.
Well, it's because, remember, Eris left him at the end of the season 1, which is the end of Volume 6.
Yeah,
so then, like...
I hope they make 10 more of those
on-
episodes of just him trying to deal with
There's
it.
22 books.
Make more.
There's 22 books. So then, like, there's this blonde chick on the cover of Volume 7, and she's, like, yelling at him on the cover. She's yelling at him because his dick don't work. She is yelling at him.
Shaming?
She is yelling at him because he's too sad about his ex to get it up for her. This man, in this one, goes to a brothel to try to make his dick work.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
I already called it.
It
I
doesn't
didn't read
work.
it.
Damn.
Crazy.
Dang.
Just like
Crazy.
beating your meat, like owes your money.
Stop it! Stop! She likes us.
Yeah.
Can you Can you cooperate? Eris is never coming back. She was our second cousin, anyways.
But I read the first volume of Chainsaw Man.
I made you read the first volume of Chainsaw
I just
Man.
found out that thing exists.
Yeah, you
Chainsaw Man.
saw some shit
I saw
on
a
Hulu?
picture of it
On Hulu, you said?
on Hulu or Netflix, somewhere. It's on something.
Probably, I don't know. Shit, I don't know. I haven't seen the first
How
episode.
many
You saw the
seasons
first
are they
episode.
on?
Episode 1, Season 1.
It just started.
Like, the premiere was this week.
Cool.
I've read the first, 53 or so chapters of Chainsaw Man. There's only about, 110. And Karen gifted me a couple weeks ago, because I've been trying to fill out this bookshelf, Volume 1 of the Chainsaw Man manga. And, I keep trying to get Alder to read things. And while I'm reading light novels, I was like, here, read this paper cartoon. Mm-hmm. And so Alder read... It's 4 chapters or 5 chapters? How many chapters
I think
in Volume
5.
1? It's 5 chapters in Volume
so.
1? So, Aldo already knows what the first 5 episodes of Chainsaw Man are going to be. But it's hilarious, right?
It's kind of weird. Yeah, there's I want to say the tone of it's a little bit more grown up, I guess, as far as in the manga.
Oh, yeah.
It's just about, a fucking homeless dude just, fighting for scraps.
He sold a testicle, bro. He sold an eyeball
A testicle?
and a testicle
Yeah.
to try to pay off his dad's gambling debt
Yeah.
to the Yakuza
Not because he wanted to, because the Yakuza was like, oh, your father died, now you pay for it.
for 500 million yen.
Yeah. And he had a pet chainsaw.
Yeah.
That little fluffy thing
It's a
that I
little,
saw.
it's a little demon.
Pochita.
Pochita. And so Pochita possesses his heart when he dies.
So does he have a chainsaw in his head or not till later?
It's a weird
does it
dynamic.
Does it start the?
He's basically possessed of a demon. He has a demon's heart. So the Yakuza he was working for sell their souls to the zombie demon. The zombie demon then sends the Yakuza to just eat him or try to convert him into a zombie. They dismember him, rip up his head, his arms. They slash Pochita in half, and Pochita's this little...
I saw it.
This
It's
little
cute.
dog,
It's
you know
cute.
what I mean?
It's that thing with a chainsaw.
So then, Pochita being a demon is basically all right, your dream is to get out of here and stop being homeless and go on a date with a girl and get laid. Then I'm gonna do that for you because you're my best friend and you saved me from homelessness too, and you even sold your testicle to feed me. So Pochita possesses his heart. So now Neji, as I think his name, something like that. Denji, something like that. He's now a human boy with the heart of a chainsaw demon.
So he's part human, part demon, but there's a quirky thing that he still has the starter string or the starter
Yeah, the
rope.
starter
Pull string?
Yeah.
The pull string.
It's
Yeah.
like,
So he's
Yeah, so what's
I'll-
funny is a lot of anime will be like, Denji, get in the robot. No, I don't want to get in the robot, Dad. If any time this guy in Chainsaw Man doesn't want to get in a fight, they'll be like, shut up, pussy, and then just rip it,
Pull his cord.
just pull his cord and turn him into a demon so that he has to go fight them at that point.
I'll watch the first episode. I'll see from there.
Yeah.
Watch the
Well,
first
honestly, talking about the Chainsaw Man premiere, I didn't like the CGI, and it feels like there's already a lot of people in defense of it. Like, it's just a personal thing. I don't know what it is. The CGI for the Chainsaw Man character looks janky to me. Like, it's really shiny, like 90s CGI. Like, it doesn't look blended in. But the longer the character's on screen, the more, like, I get why it has to be CGI. Like, the 3, like, chain blades on him are all in movement the entire time that character's on frame. And something I didn't pick up when reading the manga, and you see it more in the anime, is that, like, he's got, like, metal veins coming out of, like, his traps in his neck a little bit. So, like, those in motion can't be hand-drawn either. So, like, I get why he's in CGI. It just looks like if they had more time, it'd look a lot more, like, natural on frame.
You know what's crazy? And I just had stumbled upon this, like, the last week. Do you know what, like, the most costly saga of Dragon Ball Z was?
The Cell Saga.
The Cell Saga. Because of the dots on his
Oh,
armor.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
On Cell's armor?
Yeah, so all...
What do you mean?
So I don't know if you remember Cell from...
So when you're hand drawing characters, you have to draw every frame, right?
Right. But I mean, the dots, did they blink?
No. So
I don't remember.
It's because you can't just draw the outline. You actually have to color in every dot.
So all those dots made the animation so costly, and that's why a lot of the fights in the Cell Saga are cut from being animated because of the dots. Because you have to, if you want to have this dude fight, that's why he was just standing there the whole time, because they could just use that frame like forever.
Yeah.
But now that you're saying like the CGI, I haven't seen the first episode, but I'm guessing those 2 chainsaws and then the head chainsaw and then just moving.
I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it until I saw it in motion. I was like, duh, like, you can't draw that. Like, especially the one on the face. Like, his mouth is moving and the chainsaw on his head is moving. So I'm like, duh, okay, you can't draw that. I get that.
And then Mappa just like, keep drawing.
Studio Map is basically the Marvel Cinematic Universe of, like, anime. Like, they take on all these big, high-profile anime, but all at once. So it can be like out of the 10 biggest anime in a given year, they're animating like 5 of them. So there's a lot of reports of like people working like bro, like,
exactly what we were talking about.
Like 80-hour weeks and
that's
like
crazy, man.
they have you ever heard of Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
So the last season was animated by Mappa. The director's eyes were so swollen that they look shut. Like, bro, ginormous, swollen, exhausted eyes. Like, he looked like he was on his deathbed, and they really sent him out there to do a press interview, being like, oh yeah, the production of Attack on Titan's going great right now.
Jeez.
Oh, dude.
He looks like death. It's so ugly. But yeah.
Shug Knight got a hold of him.
I'm sure I'll get used to it, especially when it comes to the Chainsaw Man anime. Because, like, Beastars, we love to death. It takes a couple episodes sometimes to get back into the Beastars animation style. We like Citrus Orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm sure... we've talked about our feelings about CGI. The only one that's really gotten the grasp of our fucking full attention span is Beastars, because everything is CGI.
Yeah.
It
looks great. Yeah.
I haven't seen a Chainsaw Man, but I'm sure there's some animated frames in there.
Yeah.
But it's something that you have to see as a whole before you judge the CGI, maybe?
Yeah, I think we have to get used to it, but a lot of people... so there was 3 big premieres this week, right? So there was Blue Lock, which is a new soccer anime, which is kind of like soccer, but Squid Games. Yeah. So like most,
is it?
So most sports anime are kind of like, yeah, guys, I'm a supernatural athlete, but I'm gonna learn about the power of friendship, and we're gonna become the best sports team ever. It's the opposite. It's like I'm used to being on a super high power team, and now I'm like in a death race.
High stakes.
Yeah, high stakes.
You don't win, you die.
Yeah, or you get kicked out something.
All right.
So that's Blue Lock, and Bleach. The 1,000-Year Blood War arc came out episode 1 came out this week, and then Chainsaw Man season 1 episode 1 came out this week. Oh. So Bleach,
it's a crazy season right now.
Well, a lot of people are comparing those 3 just because like they're all big names, all came out in the same week. Chainsaw Man's getting like the worst reception because the first episode's not about anything. It's just about him being homeless, and you feel bad for him until the last like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Like it's like that in the manga too.
I mean, by the time that girl comes in, I'm like, yeah.
She's awful. Dude,
yeah,
don't fall for it, Aldo Mendez.
I'm sure.
Aldo.
She calls that boy. She calls the boy a dog. I'm sure she's awful.
Aldo's falling for it.
Aldo's falling for it.
I like strong women.
Struggling or strong?
Strong. I like strong women.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. But then
Not because I'm submissive, but
So-
because I'm autistic.
so then like a lot of people are like, okay, well we'll give Chainsaw Man some time. Bleach immediately. I don't know if you watched it, although I know it's one of your favorite anime ever. This episode just gets right into it. Like somebody almost dies in the first 10 minutes. None of the named characters that we actually give a shit about, but like a bunch of people almost die. They say Mashuko Tensei, or what's Ichigo's power? Mashuko Tenso, or when he does it when he's in Bankai mode and he's got that big black slash.
What season are they on?
What
season dropped?
This is like the 11th season, but like it's been off the air for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Or like a decade. I think it was 10 years.
So it's like a
I can't
reboot,
remember.
kind of.
So like
No, it's a continuation.
So like 15 years ago, they're the three biggest shonen anime made for like dudes, like action anime, right? So like Dragon Balls and stuff like that. The three biggest anime at the time were One Piece, Naruto, Naruto, and Bleach, right? Out of the three, Bleach, the mangaka, and like the manga in general, essentially got like canceled, kind of, because the manga like was you have to like write a whole chapter every week, right? And he couldn't keep up with it anymore, and he kind of like lost his drive for it. So he was just like drawing whatever, and they canceled him because he couldn't make sales anymore because it's cutthroat like that. And he off and on started like publishing sequels, and he did a side series called like Burn the Witch that's in the same universe. So he always was like trying to get like back into the industry, and this is like his big reintroduction onto the scene, kind of, after 10 years like on the outskirts.
Cool.
So like and this is a lot of people's like favorite anime ever, including Aldo. Especially for people our age, it came out during a critical developmental period. You know what I mean?
So we're just like, yeah.
So did you watch it?
No, I haven't.
No, well, you're gonna like it. Like you're gonna like it. Like
Nice.
immediately it gets right into it. But the thing about Bleach in general is that like the power system was always like the most like uncreative. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like big explosion, go boom, or like every other arc is just like, how do we remove Ichigo's powers?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like throughout the Between Nerds canon, we've only seen a power system being improved twice, and this is Mushoku Tensei with alchemy and Full Metal Alchemist. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And also Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen.
I
I
thought you were gonna say Hunter x Hunter.
Well, Hunter x Hunter has always been good.
Oh,
It's
okay,
never-
I understand.
It's never
okay.
had to be improved.
Okay.
But like the comparison between Full Metal Alchemist being a master of alchemy did not pay off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
every single one of them has either a fire, either air, either earth. You know, like Avatar shit.
You've seen Full Metal Alchemist, haven't you?
A couple episodes, not like start and let the story happen. I just saw it.
So the point Aldo's trying to make is that like if you're studying alchemy, it's like Harry Potter. You should have access to all of it, right? As opposed to a lot of anime, they will like just be like, you're the fire alchemist, you're the stone
Water,
alchemist,
yeah.
you're the water alchemist. As opposed to like, shouldn't you kind of be able to do all of it? Kind of, if you're an alchemist, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. So in Mushoku Tensei, like he is a master of all. Sometimes, you know.
but he's only a Saint tier water.
Yeah. So, Bleach being a spirit detective, just like Yu Yu Hakusho, and that's why I'm not going back to Yu Yu Hakusho, because Yu Yu Hakusho got it good the first time.
Oh, that's true.
You know what
that's
I'm saying?
That's true. I understand.
So Bleach and Jujutsu Kaisen is like, oh, I'm gonna use this fucking shoe, I'm gonna curse it, and I'm gonna throw that at this fucker, and he's gonna, like the chancla shit, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna exercise him.
Yeah, that's gonna exercise them, and like that makes sense because you're a fucking demon person.
Yeah, you're a curse wielder.
Yeah,
or whatever
exactly.
the fuck they call
exactly. So in Bleach, it kind of falls off in the end of it before getting canceled. It's just like he wrote himself into not liking his characters. Like he's just like,
Well, it's just that's my point about the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, because like immediately it's just kind of like, oh, Ichigo's so strong now. They just immediately try to remove his bankai, like just immediately. That's like the power of the villains is to remove bankais. So it's just like he's just not creative with it. as opposed to like Hunter x Hunter, where it's just like, okay, well he's super strong, so I'll train myself in super speed. Oh, he's an emitter, then that means I have to use a conjuration technique, like.
And then you see shit like One Piece that it doesn't have one power system; it has fucking
a million
fucking power scaling and power systems and shit like that.
Yeah. Jacob, are you watching, playing, reading anything nerdy?
Anything nerdy? Any nerdy activities? This is an extreme guy. He broke his leg.
He broke his leg being extreme.
Wow,
Do you want
like
to? Do you want to tell us about your extreme leg breaking story?
If you want to hear it.
Yeah. Sit up. Tell us about your leg breaking story.
Sure.
Okay, so Jacob Mendeville is extreme, or how do you self-describe?
He's always been my most extreme friend.
I like doing things that make me feel alive.
Like what? Like what? Give me some examples.
I like riding my bike, ride bicycles.
Bicycles are extreme.
Mountain bike, rock
dirt
climbing, dirt bike, street bike, all of that. Skateboarding.
You ever shot yourself in the foot before?
Never shot myself in the foot.
He's like the
I broke my
the
leg
Tony
though,
Hawk.
so.
What's the what's the one show with the one motorcyclist, the motocross guy? The old show?
The one that was on MTV.
Perella? No. Yeah, the one that was on MTV.
David Perella or whatever his name is.
What's his name?
I don't know, but I like Rocket Power a lot.
No, it was a live action. It was a live action MTV show.
Yeah, he's like the Tony Hawk. He's like the Tony Hawk.
So how'd you break your leg?
I broke it on my dirt bike, man. I jumped really high, and a little mistake at this point in my life goes a long way. So it was a little mistake. I jumped that jump 20 minutes before, and I hit that jump many times before, and it just launched me to the moon.
And you guys may think, oh, Aldo and Drew are like super friends, super awesome friends, but Drew doesn't answer my calls all the time. And then I call Jacob, and then he's like, "Hey, what's up, man? What are you doing? What's up?" I'm like, "Oh shit, are you busy, bro?" He's like, "No, what's up?" I'm like,
it wasn't that simple,
dog.
Yeah,
It was like that, dude. And then I'm like, "You sound like you're busy. Is everything okay?" "I just broke my leg. I'm waiting for somebody to pick me up. What's up? Are you good?" I'm like, "Am I good?" It's like,
you can accomplish asking Aldo if he's good.
I don't know. My leg was broken. I don't know what was happening.
He was high on adrenaline, dude.
He was so mad at you the next couple days. So Drew never answers my phone.
Never. And then he.
I visited Jacob in the hospital. I was there.
He was so scared when I told him, he's like, Jacob's in the hospital. He's like, he called me. He's like, what? He's like, what the
like,
fuck?
he texted me that. And I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I called him back. I was like, what are you talking about? Jacob was in the hospital.
I broke my leg 2 surgeries later. Metal plate in there.
And
I'm walking again. Yeah.
Robot.
Now you're riding again. You barely got back in your bike.
I rode the motorcycle today to work. So
Robot Mendeville.
Hell yeah.
That's cool.
Hell yeah. Does it hurt at night when it's chilly?
Do you beep at the airport?
I've been to an airport when I had my boot on.
But it's titanium, so it's not ferrous.
Right, but I think they just see it in the X-ray.
Yeah.
I'm flying next week, so I'll see.
Yeah, metal detector. No,
I don't think so, but I think they'll
titanium is
just be
not
like,
ferrous.
Where are you going next week?
Austin.
For what?
To watch Formula 1 in Austin.
Oh.
With Mr. Lloyd Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Lloyd, Brandon, and Rick.
Hell yeah, you're gonna be a bipedal then.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
So last year, I just had my second surgery, a week and a half out of surgery, in a boot, in crutches, and I went to Formula 1.
And
yeah.
Lloyd carried you.
Lloyd carried me. Brandon carried me. They carried me a lot of the ways because it was a lot of walking.
Apparently,
it's a big spot.
apparently the parking is a fucking shit show.
It's
right?
a shit show.
Yeah.
But
did people renting out their garages like close by to the track just $200, $200?
Because they have
garage?
like lots out there, yeah, and they charge you $30, $40 to park, and they make money.
I'd do that. I would do that.
So this year I get to actually walk around the facility. It'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited about that. Listen to that. I wish I could. Yeah, just gonna be there. It's gonna be cool.
I like it. See, this guy is extreme.
Extreme.
So
see, we ask him for nerdy things. He's like, I'm just too extreme, guys.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing nerdy happening.
I mean,
I play my drum set on fire.
Yeah. I played Gran Turismo, and I'm making a little drift car.
Nice.
That's about
awesome.
it.
That's awesome. That has a Porsche going.
It's there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there.
Okay.
Haven't worked.
Congratulations to this guy. This is a guy that got married.
2
I
weeks
got
ago,
married.
or was
2
it
weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago already?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
3
ago.
weeks ago was the bachelor party.
Yeah, I went to my first strip club ever, ever, and we
And his last.
I didn't get into the second one, and I don't remember why. We don't remember as a collective why I didn't get into the second one, but I got into the third one. It's respectable. All right.
Have you seen any movies?
Ooh,
I watched this dumb movie, Moonfall.
what's movie?
It had a lot of known actors, like
Did you watch
Halle
Barbarian?
Berry was in there. But
Halle?
it was kind of, the story could have been cool,
Moonfall?
but it was very cheesy. Like the dialogue was very cheesy at one point.
It looks like that.
But I just watched it because I had nothing else to do.
Okay.
Are you watching House of the Dragon, Rings of Power?
I am watching Atlanta right now.
Yeah,
I haven't caught up to. I have like 2 episodes behind, but I'm watching Atlanta and I have really good thoughts about it. Crazy thoughts about
I've
it.
seen all of season 1 of Atlanta. I got halfway through season 2 and I stopped, and I don't know why.
Please finish it.
I never
good.
got past that.
I think
Danny
I'm on
Glover
season
is
3.
great,
I think I'm
man.
on
Like
season 3.
it's great.
Well, I
It's
like
getting weirder.
It's
which
really
is cool.
it's really meta. It's really like hybrid. Like it's not like
It gets weirder.
It's
It's
not
like-
douchey meta.
It's like Rick
it's not
Morty-ish.
like yeah. It's like Rick and Morty, but
Yeah.
like live action kind of.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. I can
That's
see
exactly what it is.
Are you watching Rick and Morty at all?
I haven't on my platforms that I have. They don't have the new season.
You don't have like. Oh, honestly, you know what I do? I steal my parents' cable provider login. So then, like, I'm just like watch.spectrum.com.
I just have internet apps.
You
to
need
watch.
your parents' login. Do your parents pay for cable?
I think so.
Yeah.
You need that
Yeah.
login.
Wow.
You need that
Yeah,
login. Do
okay.
they have HBO?
I have HBO. I have HBO
If they
Go.
have HBO,
If they have
you
HBO, you
well,
can save
I
$10 a month.
I have HBO Go, but it doesn't. I looked it up. They're still on the same episodes that I had before.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just like in
Oh.
general, you could
Oh,
save
yeah.
yourself $10 a month
Oh,
if your
okay,
parent
yeah.
if you get your parents logged
Shout
in.
out
and they have
to
HBO.
shout out to our friend Dominic. He hooks me up with all his streaming services lately. So
I give you
Curb Your
Funimation?
Enthusiasm.
you can give me Funimation, but it's a business thing.
it's a business. Yeah, you're making money
It's
off
a
this.
business
Are you making money off
transaction.
this?
Well, I sell it to other people.
No, that's why it's so slow.
Is that why it
all
keeps
messed
kicking me
up?
off?
Yeah.
I offered you my Viz login so you can read the rest of Chainsaw Man.
I definitely have to get that for sure. I do want to keep reading Berserk though.
Oh yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
on Viz.
I
I'm
stopped-
pretty sure it's on Viz.
I
The most recent chapter of Berserk came out this
I
week.
know.
After,
Biz?
after like
What's biz?
it's
Berserk.
no Viz.
Viz.
Oh,
What's
Viz.
biz?
Oh,
Viz is what Shonen Jump magazine uses as their
So it's
subscription
like
service.
the
For
internet book.
for $2 a month, every shonen ever.
Cool.
Every book ever.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
like so it's
Dirty
like
kaiju.
thousands of works like in all of them. So like every Naruto chapter, every Bleach chapter, every Kaiju number 8 chapter, every like
Awesome.
every
$2.
manga ever.
That's up.
Because honestly, I don't know if I should be saying this on YouTube, but like me and Christopher James, we share non-ethical logins for One Piece leagues, right? And they're just flooded with ads. Like the $2 a month for Viz is worth it just to not have ads all over my manga.
Yeah, I'd suck.
Well, it's because like so I'll be reading it. I'm scrolling on my phone, and then an ad will pop up, and it will like zoom me to the top of the page. So then we're like, oh my god, I gotta get back to where I was, and then it will just keep like bumping me back to the top, and then I'm like, oh.
I think you and Lloyd had shared a link like that to me, and that's why I didn't read because I'm reading and then like it sends you all the way to the back.
Yeah. Just to save $2 a month.
Yeah, terrible.
I'm giving my phone a virus just to save $2 a
The
month.
phone's all hot.
Oh, what?
Why does it say exporting your outbox?
But what else? What else we got?
Did you guys enjoy the wedding?
Hey, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
The ceremony, I was bawling my ass out. Ben had a wasp in his hand.
What?
Yeah, and the wasp. Do you not know?
I don't
the
know
wasp was
anything. I
invited.
was.
You or Nicole invited the wasp, and the wasp was like terrorizing everybody.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And
Got
then
it.
at one point, like Ben like chilling, and I just see like, well, I'm behind Ben, so I only see his silhouette, but I see like the wasp, and then like disappearing into his like silhouette, and then like I didn't see it fly out, so I'm like, I wonder like if it landed on him or something. I'm talking to him like after the ceremony. He's like, yeah, the motherfucking thing like landed on my hand, and I'm just like, oh shit, and it just flew away. Yeah,
It was a sweet day, Jacob.
but it was a great day.
Cool. Like, I'm glad Nicole forgot her flower bouquet because Karen was 30 minutes late.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
You wouldn't have made it.
So
I would've
she
made
was
it.
already ready-ish when you guys were showing up. So she would have walked in by the same time you guys were walking in.
Next time you invite me to something, I need a personalized fake invitation because what I've been doing with Karen is like
10 minutes earlier?
30
No.
minutes, dog.
Got you.
Like,
I got you.
like, bro, like we go to the
Karen,
movie-
if you're watching this, I got him.
It's not, Karen. It's not happening. But like, listen, like we go to the movies. She's like, "What time's the movie?" I'll tell her 6:30 when it's at 7. We show up to the theater at 7:05, bro. Like, how is she just comfortable running 35 minutes late to
I
me?
get so much anxiety, dude, from like saying that I'm gonna be at a place at some time. Like I'm like, come on.
No, I'm like
Well,
that
that
too.
almost happened at the wedding. Everybody was already there when I showed up. I'm
Dude,
like, dude, let's go.
I was the first one there, and then your aunt pulled up with
Okay,
Emma.
cool.
No, Gemma.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't
Your
know.
cousin, the one that married you. What's her name?
Lauren?
Lauren.
Lauren?
Gemma and Lauren.
I don't know.
But yeah, I saw her. There was a bunch of people there. I was like, oh, man, I'm late. And this guy got here right on time.
Hella late. Like literally the last one's there. Like,
Perfect timing.
oh my god, it would have been the
But
worst.
it was
I would've been
great.
so
It was a great
upset.
wedding. I cried on the ceremony. It was awesome. We went to have brunch.
You guys brunch.
We brunch hard.
You
And it
guys
was
are
awful.
brunch.
We had awful food at
Don't.
The food was good. The service is bad.
the food.
Or somebody's food came out
How long
wrong.
did you wait?
Everybody's food
How
was
long did
Mine
you wait to
wasn't.
get in?
Lindsay, mine.
Well, mine wasn't. The eggs Benedict were
How
fine.
long did you wait to get in?
150 Sunset, like 20 minutes.
Oh, that's nice. That's not bad.
You've waited longer?
No, every time I show up, it's like an hour and a half wait.
Oh no, it took
So-
us like 20 minutes.
I'm out.
On a Saturday too, or was it a Sunday? It was Saturday.
It was Saturday.
And then
Saturday.
we came here to your household.
Yeah, and then Aldo watched me play
I
Cyberpunk.
had a vowel movement.
Honestly, I've never taken a poop at your house. I'm fucking shitting in your house, bro.
I don't know why you're not, dude.
Cause like I'm not like. I feel
I
like I
know
don't
why
gotta
you're
poop when
not.
I'm at other people's houses, bro. I'm not
There's
just like.
a guest restroom, bro.
It's like those like TikTok sounds about dogs. Like I gotta poop. Like that's just Aldo walking into any like public setting. Just like I gotta poop.
Yeah, I don't.
Aldo leaves the house. I gotta poop.
You guys don't poop, bro.
Like just at work and home. Like literally.
Really?
Just at work at home.
My brother's like that. I never had. I'll
I
walk
was all-
anywhere.
I don't know.
I know. We know.
I'll walk
Aldo. We
anywhere.
Oh,
know.
dogs are there.
We know. We absolutely know. And then we went to a dive bar after. My favorite dive bar.
You guys,
Kinda
after
classy.
after here?
Yeah.
Yeah. After playing
Oh,
Cyberpunk
dang.
here, then
Before
we
your-
went to kind of
before-
classy.
yeah.
Nice.
I had 80 waters there too. I had nothing but water and like a
Nah,
one.
he was having straight Jameson
Yeah,
water.
I don't like Jameson too.
Crazy.
Just all
Jameson 2? That came out already?
Jameson number 2, not Jameson number
2?
1.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nice.
And then,
nice.
I do like your parents' like property. They've got a big plot
cool,
of
it's cool,
land.
it's
Like they
cool.
develop as they go. They got a
awesome.
cool little grass patch in the
Dude,
front.
that was not there. That was a lot of work.
The
bro.
cousins
That was a lot of work.
valeting was hilarious.
It
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah.
It wasn't. It was my nephew's friends from school.
Dude, but it was great.
You got the nerds
But
valeting,
it
bro.
was
That was
great.
hilarious.
It
Dude,
was
because
great.
we were trying to figure out
Super
parking.
nice stuff.
Did
And
you
my
pay
uncle,
them?
my uncle did. He asked my nephew, he's like, "Yo, do you have friends that want some money on Saturday? I'll pay them this amount for this much work. They just gotta show them where to park." So he texted his buddies. They showed up. They ate pizza. They hung out. They're in high school, just trying to
It
get
was
some money,
the
dude.
nicest
How much
touch.
did they eat? Or how much did they get paid?
They ate a lot.
How much
bro.
did they get paid?
A good amount
Yeah.
for
Like $50 to watch people in the park?
more than that.
More than
Way
that.
more than
Shut
that. Way
up.
more than that. Yeah, way more
What?
than that. Way more. Than that. It was two
Vamos
guys.
con Ramos.
Inflation.
It was two guys that needed to do it. Other guy just showed up just to hang out. But yeah, two guys
No.
got paid a good amount, dude.
That was the nicest touch ever, bro.
Was
That
it?
was- it
so
was-
I didn't get to
it-
experience on your
I
guys'
was like,
end.
hey,
No.
yo.
Now,
what
as soon
is
as I got there, I
this?
was like, yeah,
Did they just tell you like where to go?
No, I parked in the wrong spot, and they were like, "Hey, can you park over here?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, no."
They were wearing a uniform.
Yeah, my uncle said they have to dress nice. Like they have to dress nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Honestly, if they weren't there, it would have been a shit show. Because everybody would have tried to park so close that nobody would have been able to get out.
And would have been all blocked off. It would have looked ugly.
Yeah, we thought about that. Like, perfect timing,
it was
dude.
great.
I liked the jazz band.
Me too.
The jazz band
so
was
good.
Did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
Not like you watch it.
The final season has an ongoing meme throughout the whole season that's just like band or DJ, and then that's how he's gonna know who his like future wife is.
Oh, gotcha.
So the first girl that's like band, like then he's like that's the one. You know what I mean? So like it reminded me of that like a lot.
Dude, it was good.
Touch.
That
You had
jazz
like little
band
nieces
was great.
dancing in the front.
And then the DJ was good. Everybody was on the dance floor at one point.
I didn't like the DJ. I hated that the DJ was like, "We're not like other wedding DJs. We're gonna play cool stuff." And then first song, Mama Number 5, and then like Electric Slide, and I'm like, "Gee, what happened to the not regular
Everybody
wedding?
plays this song.
Yeah.
What happened to the not regular wedding stuff?"
You know what? It was great that somebody requested a song. He's like, "Who requested this? Nobody wants to dance anymore."
Oh, I think somebody played a Benny Benassi song. Like,
I don't remember that.
It was one of like it was.
I believe you.
It was one of like the older ones too, and it was just like
Benny Benassi song.
Drew tried to evict Vianney from one of the girls' party rooms, bro.
They didn't. So like normal porta potties will show like the red if it's locked, and, like,
Right.
the green.
That one just has a light.
The fancy ones, I didn't see nothing. So I'm just like, is this shit broken? Like
Just
this,
keep
like
on
this is the latch,
locking
right?
it.
So I'm just
Yeah,
like, what the fuck is going on?
So V saw me the other side of the story. He's like, I go to the restroom and I'm just doing my business there.
Because I'm tripping. I'm like,
It's
what?
all
What's
drunk.
going on?
Come on, open it up.
And then like,
Why are you using those anyway? Those are the girls, Drew.
dude? Apparently,
Honestly,
Those are
Emerson
for
pooped. Emerson
Emerson-
pooped.
You
in
know
those.
who Emerson is. We're not talking about Emerson. I'm talking
The audience
about
doesn't
you.
know. So our other friend Emerson, who was supposed to be on our D&D
He's about
episode,
equal rights to the fullest.
See,
equal
women's
ri-
restrooms, I'm pooping in there.
equal rights, equal fights. He was about to box a lady for that restroom. But yeah, then Vianney is like, I get out, and then I just see like Drew stumbling like away from the restroom. Like he's like, did he just see the light? He's like,
Wasn't it nice and cold in there?
In the restroom.
he didn't get to go in.
Oh, I thought
No,
you
and then like one of like your aunts or cousins or somebody was like, "Hey, these are women's restrooms. Get out of here!" And I'm just like, "I just got pee."
just... right.
I just got pee, guys. Oh,
No,
my
great
God.
time. But
Hilarious.
I think that's it.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying this, but there was like something funny that happened to me like the week after Jacob's wedding. Where
You're supposed to be saying this.
I was supposed to go to another wedding, and then my brother Carson during the summer was in town from Michigan because he's a mechanical engineering student at the University of Michigan, and we went to go see Nope. And according to him, while we were playing Mario Strikers, he told me that his sister, like my stepsister, who was engaged in the wedding I was supposed to go to the week after Jacob's, they called off the wedding. This was like
Jake Dub. I like Jake Dub.
this was like June, right? So I'm trying to get ready for this wedding a week ago. Like 4 months later, I text my brother. I'm like, "Yo, what day do you get in?" And he's like, "For what?" And I'm like, "The wedding?" And he's just like, I told you about this." I'm like, "No, the fuck you did not." Like, I almost wanted to buy like a suit for this wedding just because I like buying nice clothes and stuff like that. But like, I almost got ready to like buy an Airbnb out in Mesilla, New Mexico, and like be prepared to like spend a whole night out there for this wedding, so we don't have to drive 2 hours back to Eastside El Paso. And like, I'm lucky I texted the guy, but like, he swears him and his girlfriend swear that they told me about this.
A called off wedding. Like
A called off, like I wouldn't remember that.
Deposits in, court
And
assembled.
they said nope.
And they said no, bro. That seems so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
You should have bought it though. You should have got everything.
just
ready
take
to
care of it
go.
up there
Yep.
for no reason. Like, we're just gonna hang out in Mesilla, New Mexico.
Fucking hate New Mexico.
Yeah, me too. It's like when I got trapped in Hobbs this year.
God.
I was literally telling somebody about that today. That's like the worst place I've ever been forced to
So
stay.
you got your new integrity.
I got an Acura Integra last week. So this is my second weekend with
It's
it.
pretty sweet.
I got the tinting done last week as well.
Did you write in it already?
Oh yeah.
He was the first one besides
drove
Oh,
it.
Karen.
really? Oh, nice.
It had like
We're
X
neighbors.
amount of miles on it. I said, no, it doesn't.
Ah, nice.
400 just on the drive back from
Yep.
Albuquerque.
Broken the engine for me. Thanks, Drew.
Just heat it up at 90 the whole way.
Yeah.
Anyways, that might be it.
I think that's it.
So look forward to Call of the Night. We're going to get a high dive subscription just for that. Again, support your local fire department. This is Jacob Mendeville.
Do you
He's a
have
cool
any?
guy.
Do you have any plugs? Do you have any interests that you want to tell the nerds about?
Are you on social media? Are you content creating?
No.
Are you somehow donating to a cause of any
Ooh,
kind?
you got any nonprofits you like?
I don't, but what about a plug to Pop Berries that saved the wedding?
Pop berries. Oh,
Pop berries.
your cousin's hangover cure. I
like literal berries? What?
It's
No.
a
packet. You know, like those
it's
little
a hangover
hangover
like-
cure.
cure pill.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they work.
They work.
I wish I'd had those for your
You
bachelor
should
party.
have. I wish I got
For
sponsored.
the bachelor party, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. that would've been
Honestly,
good.
that days was hilarious for me because I didn't wake up till 3 p.m. I was in so much pain and like just like so egregiously.
It was bad
like,
for me too.
done.
It was bad for everybody.
Well, Aldo was up at like 7 in the morning, and I don't understand how
went
that
to a
happened.
wedding.
Yeah, I know, he
the
went to
next
a
day?
wedding.
The next day.
Oh, bro, I feel so.
He's got a
And-
1-year-old
bad
and
for
like.
you.
And Vianney was the maid of honor, so she was busy. So I took care of the baby the entire day, and I prepped them for a wedding, and I went to a wedding.
I wake up at 3, just
I
like
picked
what
up my
happened,
mom,
Aldo?
and I was sitting with my in-laws.
Dude,
And
I
that
could
was
barely
awesome.
even move.
I was chilling.
No, but see, the funny part is that was the day that Texas Tech was playing the University of Texas at Austin, and like so I wake up only for the second half, and it's a close game, and we were supposed to get blown out, so I'm like freaking out. We win in overtime. I'm in the office upstairs watching Karen get ready, but like with my laptop in front of me, like watching the game. Karen starts laughing out of nowhere, and she's like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What? My head hurts." And she's like, "No, you look like you want to cry right now because Texas Tech just won, and you're like probably still drunk." And I'm like, "You just don't understand, okay? Like we've been waiting for this for years. This is the second time this has ever happened. It's a really big deal." That was my day after your bachelor party.
How was
Sounds-
your day after your bachelor party?
It was rough.
It was rough.
It was rough.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
rough. It was
Yeah.
fun, but rough.
It was great. What a great day. But thank you, nerds, for joining us on another episode of Between Nerds. Please come back for episode 115 of...
And enter the giveaway. Comment on videos. Subscribe. Leave written reviews.
Yes, please. This is Aldo Mendez. Julius Jacob Mendeville. This has been Between...
Nerds. It's been Between Nerds, Jacob.
Podcast.
There you go.
There you go.